everyone, welcome to Wendy's Personal Pilates. I'm going to be posting video postage of classes, just 30-minute classes on my website and on my Facebook page, so please look out for them. I'm just going to make them short classes, so I think that's more fun and manageable to do at home when we've got other things to do at the moment. So we're going to start with a warm-up. We're going to stand nice and tall in our Pilates stance, so just check your feet are hip width apart and your feet are parallel. Just standing with your shoulders round and down and your gaze just forward, looking straight ahead, and just breathing nice and gently. So breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. And before each class and after each class we need to stretch, warm up and stretch out. So we're going to start by warming up. Breathing in, I'm just going to take my head to the side. Just breathing out, I'm just going to do a little semicircle look round from side to side. And just back to centre. So today's class I'm going to look at using the body in diagonal sort of angles. So starting with my hands here, fingertips touching. Take a breath in. I'm just going to diagonally stretch from side to side and then just bring it back to centre, breathing out. In and out. In and out. So I'm adding my head movement here, looking from side to side. So I'm still continuing to warm up the neck. And I'm going to move my arm back a little bit further behind each time. So starting to warm up the waist and the shoulders as we go. One more each side. Back to centre. Now I'm going to take the arms up at a diagonal angle and we're just going to reach over side to side. Just breathing as we go. So warming up the waist. I'm making sure I've got my core drawn in. I'll keep that tummy pulled into the spine there whilst I'm breathing side to side. Back to centre, then slightly looking to one side and reaching. Coming back up and back to centre. So I'm twisting to side, taking the arms down and reaching behind and back. So just turning round, reaching one hand behind and back. And just coming back to centre, reaching behind, lifting the front arm and back. Okay, and then from here, just going to round my shoulders. Just give them a little stretch forwards, give them a little roll back. I'm going to take a breath in and I'm going to balance myself on one leg, and I want to take the leg, swing it at an angle. So if you need to hold on to anything to keep yourself stable, do. There's nothing wrong with that, but it's good to challenge your balance. Just hold on lightly to something and just put your weight onto one leg and then just warming up the hip on this side. Let's just point that toe. Doesn't have to be too high, point it behind, point it in front, or you can lift and just try and swing. Take the opposite arm up to balance you. Back to centre, other arm up, point the toe, touch the toe, point the toe, touch the toe, or swing. Quite a challenge. Good to practice our balance, really important to practice balance. So taking a wide stance now and taking your arms up nice and wide. So we're doing a star shape here. Going to take a breath in to draw the core in. I'm going to roll ourselves forward and fold down towards our toes, breathing out. Keeping that core pulled in tightly to the spine to support the back. Now don't worry if you can't come all the way down to your toes, come down as far as you can. Breathe all the air out. Take a breath in and roll yourselves up again. Big breath in here, rolling down again. Breath in, breathing out. Big stretch at the top. Let's go one more time. breathing out, and then when we get down to the mat, this time hold it here and just walk your hands around to the side for a little stretch to the side. Walk your hands back round to the other side for a stretch to the other side. Come back to centre and then just walk yourself round to a hands and knees position, so an all four position. So when we kneel on all fours, making sure our hands are directly beneath our shoulders, our arms are straight, our knees are directly beneath our hips and they are hip width apart. Take a big breath in here. Let's round the back and do a cat stretch. So tipping those hips forward towards the ribs and bringing the head down as the last part to look at the tops of the leg, breathing out as we go. And then just breathing in and come through and extend. And this time, as we breathe out, we're bringing the bottom back a little bit over the heels. Rounding the back. And breathing in and extend, but keep your bottom back. And then just breathe out. Squeeze the air out, rolling over the hips there. And breathe in to come forwards. And then this time, transferring the weight through centre and over the hands. We're going to do the same again here. Draw the core in, rounding the back through the spine. Stretching through the neck, breathing out. And then just breathe in and extend. Breathing out again, let's roll through the back, looking at the tops of the legs. And breathe in and look forwards. Come back to centre, and this time let's just turn to the side, just slightly at an angle here. We're going to do the same again, so breathing in, rounding the back. Breathing out to extend. Breathing in to round the backs. And out. So let's just go round to the other side. So excuse my back for a minute. So let's just make a nice rounded back here. So breathing out all the air. And breathing in to look forwards. So really try and round the back at slightly different angles. You're going to feel a lovely stretch down the side. And then slowly just walk back to centre. Okay, taking the hands slightly forward. We're just going to draw our bottoms back over our heels, breathing out. Then I want you to come through into cobra. So we're just going to push our face forward, push ourselves up and make a nice long line and look up and stretch down the front. Breathing all the air out. Take a breath in. Imagine you've got a big belt pulling you up around the middle of your waist. Somebody's pulling you up from behind. We're going to make a rounded back, stretch back over those heels. Breathing out now. Breathe in to come forwards and then out to straighten up. And now when we're here, we're going to try and lift up one arm. It's quite a challenge, and lift it down. If you can only lift the hand up a couple of inches, do that instead. But just do one side at a time. And then come through. And this time, let's see if we can lift the other side. If you can lift the whole arm, that's great. If not, you can modify by just lifting the hand up a couple of inches. Absolutely fine. So rounding the back, coming through. Let's do that one more time each side. So we're coming through into cobra. Nice long straight line there. Lifting up the arm. Bringing the arm down. Rounding the back. You're being pulled up by that belt around the middle, remember. Pull yourselves back. Breath in here. Breathing out through the mat. Come forwards. Lift up the arm. And bring the arm down. And then just bring yourselves back round over your heels. Have a little stretch here. And then we're just going to slide ourselves forward onto the mat and just come down onto our fronts, because that's a nice move to move from being on all fours. We'll try and use as many starting points as we can. So just place your hands into a little diamond shape, pop your forehead onto your hands, and all I want you to do here is just visualise an ice cube being slipped under your tummy. So it's making you go, ooh! So now pull the tummy up to the spine and keep it there. Okay, so still continue breathing normally. So in through the nose and out through the mouth. I want you to take a breath in just to make sure that core stays in, and then just breathe out and lift your head and shoulders up. Just look a little bit along the floor in front and then just breathe in to bring those down again. Keep that core drawn up still. So this time when we look up to the ceiling. I want your rib cage to stay on the floor, but I want you to feel a nice stretch there down the throat. And then just breathe in to come down. Let's do that one more time. Breathing out to go up. And breathing in to come down. So this time I want you to bring the hands with you. So breathing out. So we're lifting the head and shoulders and chest and looking forwards, and breathing in to come down. And out to come up. And in to come down. We're going to add on, we're going to change slightly what we do. So we're going to take opposite arm, opposite leg and take them out diagonally and lift and lower. So we're taking opposite arm, opposite leg, lift and lower. And lift and lower. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Here we go again, one more time. Make sure you do equal amounts of the exercises on each side. And then lower the head down. Okay, from here, I would like you to lift and lower alternate legs. Keep that core drawn in still. Remember that ice cube, because all the time that we're lifting and lowering and working the glutes here, working the thigh muscles, we're also working the core by keeping it drawn in. Okay, next one up. Hold the foot up there and let's take the arm away. Why not indeed? You don't have to, but you can if you want to. So just wiggle that leg round. We're making little circles and then back the other way. How about making circles with the hand? Woohoo! Okay, and then bring that down. Let's do the other side. So lifting, alternate. There you go. Opposite arm, opposite leg, little circles. We can do it. And back the other way. Make sure you go both directions. Okay, they're wonky circles, but they're circles. Okay, and then just bring those back down. Okay, from here, let's just do a couple of lifts and lowers of the legs together. Can we open the legs to the corner wide? And can we take the arms out to the side? You can add on. Let's lift up the arms and the legs. So we're doing our star pose on the floor, lifting and lowering. If it's too much to do both halves of the body, you don't have to. You can leave the arms down. One more. Ooh, well done, everybody. Push yourselves back into child's pose. Have a rest over your heels and a well-earned stretch. Okay, I'm trying to bring some variation into the class here, so let's just change position. We're going to bring our knees and stack them on top of each other. I want you to take a straight arm but away from the shoulder. Normally I say try and keep the arm under the shoulder. We want it away from us today because I want to get a deep stretch down the side. So just check your knees are stacked. And what we're going to do to start with is literally just have a stretch down on that side. So you should feel a lovely stretch down underneath there. And then come up again. So just breathing out as you lower down and up and out. So now I'm going to add on. Okay, so if you want to, take the top leg out long. As you go down, lift the top leg up and come up. So you're going to be stretching in your shoulder. If it's too much on the shoulder, you can always pop the elbow down and come down and do this. But what I'm trying to do is exaggerate that stretch underneath. So I want you to sort of slouch the underneath there, so lifting that leg up. Keep it nice and straight. And if you want to add on, you can always do the arm overhead. So nice long arm if you can. So we're bending in the elbow and the shoulders. Okay, let's do two more. Loving this one, liking this. Remember this for class, guys. And up again. Lovely. Okay, we have two sides. Let's work both sides. Swap to the other side. Bring those knees stacked on top of each other. Nice long arm away from you. Let's just do some dropping down to stretch underneath here along the rib cage and open up the rib cages. So really stretching out the gaps between so we can fill our lungs. Big breaths in. Take the leg out long and we can add the leg. Remember, you can always drop down onto your elbow if it's too much to do on your hand. It's too much for your shoulder, it's quite tough. Bring the arm in. And again. And again. I'm loving this one. One more. And then back to centre. Lovely, well done everybody. Okay, as we're here, let's do a couple of roll down type of moves. So, I'm going to sit up nice and tall, just adjusting myself here. Okay, so with rolling down, you can either do it with your knees bent if it helps you with getting up again, or you can have legs long if you're okay with rolling down without support. If you've got a cushion you want to place on the mat behind you to support your back, you can do, or a band to use around your feet like we do in class. Do whatever works for you, but it's really a core workout. So what we need to do here is sit nice and tall. Imagine you're on that piece of string. Okay, bend your knees up if you're struggling to do that. Okay, or sit on a cushion or a towel. Take a breath in, holding that core in. I want you to round your backs, and we're just going to take the arms slightly forward. Now we're going to roll back, but we're not going all the way down. I want you to stop here, just above you, so the waist is down, but the shoulders are off the mat here. Holding yourself here if you can. Now if you need to, you can hold on to your thighs to help you get up again if you're not using a band or your legs are bent. So breath in here and then breathe out to peel yourself up. We're going to keep the back rounded. We are not straightening the back in between, and we're folding straight over to the toes. So you can point your toes or you can flex your toes if you want that workout, that extra stretch in the backs of the calves there and the backs of the thighs. Big breath in here, breathing out. Just slide your hands along your legs there. Take yourself back down. We want to put each vertebrae on the mat there, and we're going to hold it here. Breath in here, and then breathe out again to bring yourselves up. So curl, peel yourselves up, roll yourselves forward, taking the hands forward towards the feet. Breathing all the air out of your lungs. And then a breath in, and then let's just roll back again. And then from here, let's roll up again. And fold forwards. Okay, so now we're going to go into a full roll back. And if you want to, you can add on the legs. I'm just going to move slightly forward to go towards the end of my mat, and you'll see what I'm going to do. Okay, so taking the arms out in front of me this time, I'm still going to round the back, making it nice and round. And I'm going to go back, take the arms overhead. Okay, and then I'm going to roll up again. And reach forwards. Okay, so this time I'm going to go back. I'm going to take my legs and take them overhead if you want to. So taking the legs overhead and reaching over. And then with control, rolling down. And using my legs' weights there to bring me up again. Now, you can do this holding onto your thighs. You don't have to take your legs right over. If you want to just roll yourselves back and just bring your legs up, you can do that. You can always do a little lift here like we do in class, or you can take your legs over if you want to. Give it a go. See what you can manage. It's the weight of the legs that are going to help us come back up to go back over. So it's slightly different. I'm just going to do one more of those. And then with control, lower yourself back down. And then this time, taking hold of the knees here. We're going to go into rolling like a ball. So take a breath in, squeeze those knees into your chest, curl your head and shoulders up, start to lift that bottom off the mat there, and rock. And let's rock and roll. So we're massaging the spine, we're opening up the vertebrae there, it's so lovely. And then you roll yourself up onto your sit bones as I just did there, and then you roll yourself back down again. So rolling up and rolling back down. and up, and down. And then this time we're going to come up. We're going to place the soles of our feet together and just lean forward and have a stretch over the soles of the feet there. Now I've got my hands now, my knees open and my hands around my feet and my elbows in by my knees. And I'm just going to bring my hands onto my ankles. I've still got a rounded back. I've come up onto my sit bones. I've picked up my feet and patting them together. We're rolling like a seal now. 1, 2, 3. Roll myself back. Hold it there. 1, 2, 3. Roll myself back up. 1, 2, 3. Taps of the feet together. Rolling myself back. 1, 2, 3. Rolling up. 1, 2, 3. Have a go at those. They're quite good fun to do. We do them a bit faster sometimes, or just at your own pace is absolutely fine. Well done, everybody. Okay, I'm going to roll myself back down onto the mat and take my legs to the ceiling. We're going to do some hamstring work here. So one leg up and one leg down. Just going to move back slightly. Okay, so holding one leg nice and long, one leg along the mat. Just have a breather here just to start with. Okay, holding this leg, we're just going to have a stretch of the hamstring. Now, I want you to try and do it with straight legs if you can. If you're finding it hard to have your legs open wide, your hamstrings are tight, you're just not that flexible, that's fine. Bend the supporting leg that's on the floor there. Hold the other leg in. If a straight leg is there, that's fine, but I want a straight leg. We want the knee straight. We don't want bent knees like this. What we're trying to do here is stretch these hamstring muscles. We're not trying to work the hip flexor there. So it's this. Pulling on the back of the calf or the thigh, whichever works for you. Okay, and then we're going to go into leg circles. So you might just need to lower that leg out the way. Take the arms out to T to start with. We're going to take the leg round. We're going to bring it back to centre and then give it a pull. We're going to go round, back to centre, give it a pull. And round, back to centre, give it a pull. And round, back to centre, give it a pull. One more, round, and give it a pull. Okay, so let's switch legs. For me, I prefer the legs straight, so let's just pull them both straight. Let's give this a nice hamstring stretch here. Then I'm going to take this round and give it a pull. Round and give it a pull. Round and give it a pull. One more. Round and give it a pull. So I'm getting a nice stretch there in the hamstrings. Okay, let's just bend the knees into chest. Give them a little hug. Have a breather here and rock from side to side. Massaging the lower back, just relaxing as we go. Just going to do one more exercise here on our backs and then I'll change position. So I thought as we're laying here hugging our knees, how about we do single leg stretch? So taking yourself a nice big breath in to engage the core. Lifting the head and shoulders if you want to, or you can keep them down on the mat. I'm going to hug one knee in. I'm going to push the other leg away long. I'm really pointing my toe. I'm trying to reach the wall the other side. And then I'm switching. So I'm breathing out, breathing in and out. So we're switching, we're alternating the legs. Really long, straight, low legs. So really push. You're trying to reach something the other side, reaching. So how about we do opposite arms? Reach, reach. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Reach, reach. One more each side. And then hug those knees in and take a breather there. Well done, everybody. Hope you're keeping up. Hope you're enjoying the class. Okay, so let's come on to our sides as we're lying down. Roll over onto your side. Take your underneath arm out long above you. So make sure it's an extension of the spine. Today I want long straight legs, but with the feet flexed. So feet flexed, hand in front of you. And I just want you to check that your hips are stacked before we start. Have a look down. I want you to lift that rib cage up so you've got a gap underneath your waist. Just plop your head down there on your arms. You can place a towel here or a block here if you've got one handy. So taking a breath in to engage the core, breathing out, let's lift that foot up. Breathing in to bring it down. So up, keep that foot flexed because it's quite a slightly different movement here. So up and down, up and down, up and down. Okay, so next one, take it halfway. We're going to draw some circles with that funny bent foot. So let's draw the circles there. One, here we go, couple more. Wonky circles, change direction. And then just bring that foot down, just rest it slightly in front of the other foot. We're going to lift the underneath leg with the flex foot and lower. Lift the underneath leg and lower. So a couple more. One more. And then down. And then we're going to place the feet back on top of each other. Take a breath in here to draw that core in. Let's see if we can lift and lower them both. Lift and lower them both. If it's too much to do both, do one at a time, or you can just rest here, or you can just not lift them up so high. Just do a little lift and lower, lift and lower. So whichever works for you. Okay, so resting there, we're going to lift the top half of the body. So turn the underneath palm up to face the ceiling, and then lift and lower. Lift and lower. Breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in. One more. Another one of my one mores. That's it, lovely. And bring the head down. So now I want you to bend the feet back behind you. So bend the knees, bring the feet back behind you. We're not bringing the knees forward. So if you look down, your knees will be in line with the rest of you. So you've got a nice straight line from shoulder down to the knee. Okay, so here, you'll need your hand here because I want you to lift your hips. So it's not a big movement. So we're just going to try and take a breath in now. We're going to try and lift that waist off the floor and lift the hips. So lifting and lowering. Lifting and lowering. Just move my hand up so you can see. It's only a small movement. So lifting and lowering. Now, if you're okay with this, I want to see if you can hold this up here. And then we're going to lift and lower the top leg. So I've got my hips off the floor. I'm lifting and lowering. Lifting my top leg and lowering. Couple more. We can do it. Go, guys. Okay, hold that up there. Let's circle that knee. Circle that knee. Circle that knee. Circle that knee. Go back the other way. And then rest it down. Very well done if you managed to do that okay. Okay, a nice stretchy one now. So let's take that knee forward. So it wants to be the same height as the hip. We want the hand here by the ear. We're going to take that knee forward to the ground. We're going to take that elbow back behind us. Big breath in here. And then just breathing out. We're going to come forward to take the knee behind. And then we're just going to bring the knee forwards and the elbow behind. And we're alternating. The big breaths in and out. Lovely one for the spine, this one, of filling the lungs. I'm looking at beautiful blue sky through the windows today. Isn't this amazing? In this terrible time. Loving the sunshine. So one more. And then back to centre. And guess what? We flip over and do the other side. Two sides to the body. Okay, so remember to take that arm out nice and long to start with. Lovely long reach away, making that long line. Flex the feet. Just check your hips are stacked on top of each other. Your waist is off the floor. Place your head down, your hands in front. And we're going to start with a breath in to prepare. And then breathing out, we're going to lift and lower. Lift and lower. Couple more. And just hold that leg up there and let's do some circles with our feet flexed. Wonky circles. And then back the other way. Okay, then just bring that foot down, place it just in front of the other one. We're going to lift and lower the underneath leg. So breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in. Two more. Remember to try and keep that waist off the mat there, keeping yourself nice and strong in a nice long line. And then bring the feet on top of each other again. Still flexed. Let's lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. One more. And lower down. So bending the knees back behind you, the feet back behind you. Just check you're in a nice straight line, the knees haven't slipped forward. So we're going to lift up the waist. And lower. And we lift and lower. Just remember, we haven't done the underneath arm. Just put those legs back for me. Let's lift that underneath arm and lower. And lift and lower. And lift and lower. And lift and lower. And lift and lower. Okay, so from here we're just going to bring up that underneath leg. Oh. Okay, apologies. Okay, so let's just bend those knees back as we were. So we're going to lift up the waist there. We're going to lift and lower, lift and lower. So let's hold this one up and then lift the knee and lower. Lift the leg actually and lower, not just the knee. So let's just lift the lower leg as well. Not just doing crab, but let's lift that up. Okay, so next one up. Let's draw a little circle there with the knee. And then back the other way. Okay, and then just holding it there, and then just lowering ourselves down. Just have a breather there, everybody. Well done. Okay, so we're just going to roll over onto our front now, and we're just going to come and stretch out. So just bring yourselves onto your tummies. Okay, now you can just put your knees down if you want to and push yourself up, but if you're able to, curl your toes under and push yourself up into a plank position. So you can use your knees, you don't have to come up like this, okay, into a plank position, okay. And then let's just push ourselves up into downward facing dog. So push your heels down towards the mat there. So stretch down into the calves, okay, pulling up your pelvic floor. Okay, so let's just soften one knee and just come forward and push back into the other heels. You're getting a great hamstring stretch there. And let's switch and do the other one. And then just placing your heels down, let's just walk your hands back towards your feet there. Walk your feet in as well. And then just from here, let's just fold down, have a nice stretch down there. And then we're going to make ourselves do a bit of a diagonal stretch. So let's just open that chest to the ceiling with the other hand by the foot. And then we're just going to switch and do the other side. Open the chest to the ceiling, put the other hand by the side of the other foot. And then just come down again, take a big breath in, then just breathing out, unroll the spine there, restack the vertebrae, holding the core to the spine, breathing out, let the head and shoulders come up last. Roll those arms around, bring the arms up to the ceiling, have a lovely long tall stretch. And let's just drop one arm to the side, just take one foot to the side, so we're in a line there from toes to fingers. Bring that in and switch to the other side from toes to fingers. Come back to centre. Make sure your feet are parallel. Let's just stand nice and tall around those shoulders. Imagine that you're on that imaginary piece of string to walk out of the class and walk with your head nice and high in your Pilates position. So I hope you enjoyed that little workout. Just let's have a swizzle from side to side. I hope you feel a little bit stretched and limbered up there. I certainly do. Join me for some more lessons. I should be popping them onto my website and onto my Facebook page, Wendy's Personal Pilates, and do like my posts if you've enjoyed it. And thank you very much for joining me, and see you all again soon.